Economists warn that failing to inject another dose of physical stimulus could stall the recovery given the ongoing pandemic and economic headwinds. Job growth Job growth around the US is slowing as big businesses continue to lay off workers, with the airline industry cutting tens of thousands of jobs this month. Without faster job growth, unlikely at this stage of the recovery, or increased fiscal aid, households, businesses, and state local governments will be increasingly susceptible to a deterioration of the health situation, noted Gregory Deco, chief U.S. economist at Oxford Economics. Okay, so they are okay. Okay, they want to go back and replenish the paycheck protection program, which is a good thing. But then they have to make sure that the people that really needs it gets it. Replenishing the paycheck protection program, which offers low cost loans to small businesses, is unlikely because lawmakers in both parties would likely want to attach additional measures to such a bill. Goldman Sachs economist Alex Phillips told investors in a report a standalone bill to authorize around another round of stimulus payments to individuals is even likely less likely, as neither party has made that a priority. So it's looking bleak, and this was written on October the 14th, 2029, 16 a.m. Okay, from MONEYWATch, CBS News. Okay, so it's looking a little bleak, but it's still hope that they can come along and give the people what they need. Okay. Okay, we're gonna see what else they have going on. It says stimulus package negotiations at crossroads. White House. What's the stimulus deal? What's the status of the deal? And that was 8 hours ago. The last one I read was 1 hour ago, and this was 8 hours ago. Stimulus package negotiation. Negotiators eyed an uncertain path to an agreement on another stimulus bill before the November 3rd election. I don't know if they're going to do one before the election. It's hard to say. But it says, here's the update as of today. That was 8 hours ago. Capitol Hill is occupied with the Senate hearing for Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett. And every legislator in Washington is looking to Election Day on November the 3rd. With so much else happening, can negotiators find a path forward to reach an agreement on another economic stimulus package? Nobody is waiting till February, Nancy Pelosi said on CNN today, or CNN Tuesday. I want this very much now because people need help now. This was Nancy Pelosi quote. Okay, and then it says President Donald Trump is confident that Republicans would go along with a deal that the White House works out with Pelosi, despite extreme backlash. Republicans should be strongly focused on completing a wonderful stimulus package for the American people, Trump tweeted on Monday. Excuse me. Meanwhile, the White House lobbying Congress to repurpose 130 billion in unused funds from the CARES Act for additional aid. Senate Republicans are also expected to vote on a new stimulus bill October the 19th that could extend the paycheck payment program. Neither would include another stimulus payment. Okay, but I wonder with that paycheck payment protection program, do they have to actually pay that money back, or are they going to just do like they said and they don't have to pay it back, or what's going on with that? Okay, meanwhile the White House however, a comprehensive stimulus bill would include a new direct payment of up to $1,200 per person, and very likely to change in eligibility rules for dependents that could yield more money for families. Here are the biggest stimulus check takeaways to know. And we're going to look at some of the takeaways. Okay, number one, first and second stimulus checks, the biggest takeaways you should know. Despite broad support for a second stimulus payment, negotiators haven't yet agreed on the outline of the bill itself. Here are the biggest takeaways simplified. When a stimulus check comes, with both sides continuing to express a desire to reach a deal on another economic rescue bill, what would it take for White House or Washington to sign off on a second stimulus check, either before November 3rd election or directly after? The truth is, there doesn't seem to be a simple solution. White House and Democratic negotiators can reach on a larger deal or about the stimulus payment itself. I remain hopeful that the White House will finally join us to recognize the needs of the American people, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi wrote in a letter to the White House Democrats on Tuesday. President Donald Trump also urged his party to reach a deal. Republicans should be strongly focused on completing a wonderful stimulus package for the American people. The bipartisan support is much like the checks themselves, deceptively simple. But once you scratch the surface, a big tangled mess. While plenty of unanswered questions remain, we can help explain in broad strokes what you might not know about how the IRS calculates your total sum and everything the payment has to do with your taxes, your kids, even if you receive your check weeks before or after your extended family and friends. We frequently update the story with new information. So the negotiations are still happening. Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin will continue to negotiate through the week on the White House October the 9th $1.8 trillion offer, which includes another direct payment up to $1,200 for individuals, as well as a change in the status of dependents. Meanwhile, the Senate Republicans are said to be prepping a standalone bill and may vote October the 19th to fund aid to extend the payroll protection program. The White House has also urged Congress to use money left over from the CARES Act as a quick way to get some aid out now. However, the funds wouldn't cover a second check. The IRS calculates your money like this. Did you know that in some cases you can still get stimulus money if you have kids, even if your family income exceeds the income limit? The language of the CARES Act isn't particularly easy to follow, but to calculate your total, the IRS essentially lumps together your household total adjusted gross income and adds the money allotted to qualified dependents, and then starts deducting the total from the base income bracket as defined by the CARES Act. You can calculate your estimated stimulus check total now, including for a second check. But the bottom line is that even if your family exceeds the limit, let's say you're married, filing jointly, and have $200,000 adjusted gross income with one qualifying child, you can still see a $400 check. Without children, you wouldn't be eligible for a check at all. So these are some of the things that they're going by, and just telling you some of the information that will help you out. I'm trying to see how many minutes I've been up here. I've been up here a long time. So I will be back with some more information. Y'all have a great day. And God bless you and keep you. Be safe. Bye-bye.